Welcome to my website. Today I'd like to share with you one of my very favorite stories, and it's called Hana and the Dragon. In my music and movement classes, I try to find creative ways to expose young children to the cultures of countries from around the world. And in the months of January and February, I like to expose young children to the music and traditions of Asia. I personally find storytelling a very powerful experience, and I hope that you will enjoy my retelling of this Japanese story. Konnichiwa. My name is Hana, and Hana means flower. There are many flowers in the village where I come from, in the mountains of old Japan. The village is like a big family. Everybody helps each other grow vegetables. We share meals and harvest the rice. And in the afternoon, all the children play. Rock, paper, scissors, hide and seek. And in the evening, after all the work is done, the children gather around the fire and their parents tell them stories from long ago. Sometimes they tell them the stories of the dragon with a fiery tongue. Their parents warn them to never venture in the mountains alone. And everybody's afraid of the dragon. Everybody except Hana. One day, Hana's mother told her that the next day would be a new year. So she asked Hana, "Hana, tomorrow it will be a new year. Is there something special you would like to do to welcome in the Lunar New Year?" Hana thought. Then she said, "Yes! I would like to invite the mountain dragon to our lunar celebration." "Oh," said her mother, "you can't invite a mountain dragon to our village. That's silly." That night, Hana went to sleep, and she had a dream. She dreamt of a beautiful dragon, the color of golden and green pine trees. It had a long tail, beautiful wings, and kind eyes. That morning, Hana woke up very early and she headed up the mountain. She was determined to look for the dragon. As she went up the mountain, she asked herself, "I wonder what the dragon looks like. I wonder if he has wings." She was traveling up the steep mountain, and all of a sudden she stopped because she heard the sound. She heard but it was only the sound of water, of a river running by. So Hana kept walking. And as she walked, she asked herself, "I wonder if the dragon can fly." And all of a sudden she stopped. She heard the sound. But it was only wind blowing through the trees. So Hana kept walking. She was determined to find the dragon. As she walked, she began to grow tired. But she knew the dragon must be close. And all of a sudden, she heard another sound. he was only a woodpecker. So Hana kept walking. It was getting dark. But then, you know what she saw? She saw a cave. It was a dark cave. So she tiptoed towards the cave. She tiptoed towards the cave, and then she called, You dragon, where are you? She paused. She listened. But all she heard was the sound of an owl. So she called one more time. You dragon, where are you? And then, from the darkness of the cave, she heard, Kochi ni idu yo, Kochi ni idu yo, here I am. And from the darkness of the cave appeared a beautiful dragon. And indeed, he was the color of a golden and green pine tree. He had a long tail, beautiful wings, and kind eyes. Hana smiled at the dragon and said, Here you are. I've been looking all over for you. The dragon looked at Hana and said, Child, you're the first human being to ever talk to me with kindness. Everybody has always run away from me for 100 years. And for 100 years I've lived here in the mountains all alone. Hana then said, Dragon, dragon, I came here to invite you to our Lunar New Year celebration. The dragon smiled and said, Child, you're so kind. Then Hana saw the beautiful wings and asked one more question. Dragon, dragon, can you fly? The dragon took a deep breath, then said, When I was young, I could, but my heart is heavy with loneliness, and now I cannot fly. My wings just can't bear the weight. But all of a sudden they heard a rumbling sound. Hana looked at the dragon, and the dragon looked at Hana. And then she asked, Dragon, are you purring? The dragon said, I think I am. I think that's the sound of my heart getting lighter. Hurry, hurry, hop on my back. I think perhaps I can fly. And as if by magic, Hana and the dragon took off. And the dragon flew over the mountains. He flew over the rivers until finally he arrived at the village where Hana grew up. All the villagers saw Hana riding on the dragon, and all they could do was smile and jump up and down with joy. And all they could say was, Dragon, dragon, welcome to our village. Dragon, welcome to our village. And from that day on, the dragon was no longer lonely, and the village had a new family member, the kind dragon. Thank you for listening.